The barrel is radio sensitive, especially when detached. You can remove the barrel on the WunderWaffe now. Today we've got some new Cold War information to talk about in this video, and we've got more information on the brand new round-based map coming to Vanguard Zombies on June 22nd. Treyarch answered some of the big questions people have had about the mechanics on the map. Some of it are actually very interesting. Then we got an image of the brand new Wonder Weapon blueprint schematic, stuff that reminds me of some Cold War type stuff. Can't wait to show you guys that. As always, we're going to be covering everything in this video in a rapid style format. That way you can quickly watch this video and get right back into game. If you're new here and want to sub, I would greatly appreciate that. And on top of that, if you left a like or a comment, I appreciate it because it helps me out a ton. And now starting off, let's go ahead and get the brand new Cold War information out of the way right here at the beginning. We got a brand new year 2 bundle, this being the Yokai bundle. There's no mastercrafts in it, there's no reactive skin, but overall it's still a pretty cool bundle. You get this operator skin right here, which definitely does stand out, and then you get 3 weapons, all with tracer fire, one for the AK-74U. We got a ZRG blueprint looking pretty classy, and then we got a Damati blueprint. Then obviously you get a charm, you get a finishing move, which, yeah, nothing to really write home about. Looks pretty basic. You get a calling card, you get an emblem. I'm not going to be doing a bundle review on this. Comes with gold and red tracer fire. It looks cool, but not enough to dedicate an entire video reviewing that. So that's in Cold War if you're looking for some more year 2 bundles. Moving on to the brand new mechanical changes coming to Vanguard Zombies. Introducing classic round-based gameplay to Vanguard in Season 4. Shi No Numa also features round-based specific gameplay updates, so everything we're about to talk about only affects the new round-based map, which we already knew some things were going to have to be adjusted. As players survive the Swamp of Death, which is going to be the, I think, the official name of the map. There's going to be Durafong, Terra Maledicta, and then Swamp of Death. What a fantastic name. I like that they're not just calling it Shi No Numa Reborn. This is going to hopefully give it its own identity and make it stand out a little bit more. As players survive the Swamp of Death, a sacrificial heart is awarded every 3 rounds, and the Altar of Covenant inventory refreshes every 3 rounds as well. This is how it works with the Void objectives on the current maps in Vanguard, so nothing really new with that. I kind of wish it refreshed every round. It would make the Altar of Covenants a little less RNG, because think about it. You're not going to get new covenants till round 3, round 6, round 9, round 12. And with that rate, with how hard it is to get the right covenants, you're going to be on round 500 before you get the covenants you want if the RNG stays the same way. So hopefully they lower the amount. I think refreshing every round just to give you more options to hopefully get what you want would make it a little bit better, but who knows? We'll have to see how it works, how it plays. This might actually be perfectly balanced. We're not going to know till we get in game. Additionally, classic wall buys return with a dynamic twist. So wall buys are back. However, there's going to be a twist. Starting at round 6, wall buys will have a chance to increase in pack-a-punch level every round, all the way up to level 3 at higher rounds, which is the max pack-a-punch form. We saw something kind of like this in Cold War. Obviously, Cold War has the weapon tiers where it's got the red tier, the green tier, the blue tier, the purple tier, and the orange tier. That was different than pack-a-punch. With Vanguard, they kind of merged that system into one, where tier 1 is also pack-a-punch 1. Tier 2 is pack-a-punch 2. Level 3 is pack-a-punch number 3. So they did the same thing, which I think is a good change for round-based maps in just COD Zombies normally, because on higher rounds, buying a wall weapon becomes less and less enticing, because why would you want to buy a wall weapon, you know, for a certain price and not get a pack-a-punch weapon? Now you're going to be able to buy a tier 3 pack-a-punched weapon off of the wall. It is going to be RNG, so at round 6 and above, it's just, you know, occasionally going to have a chance of eventually being a level 3, but that's a nice change. I wonder if it's going to show the pack-a-punch camo on the wall when you buy it. That would be pretty freaking sick. Speaking about pack-a-punch, the cost of level 1 has been reduced to 5,000 essence. So no longer for tier 1 pack-a-punch is it going to be 7,500. It is only going to be 5,000. But once again, this is only for round base. This isn't going to be for the previous maps, which to me actually makes less sense, because I think it's easier to get essence in round base than it is on the objective based mode. So if anything, it should be reversed. On objective based modes, it should be 500, and for round based, it should be 750. But like I said, who knows how this is going to play out? We'll just have to wait till it comes out. Tune in next week for Shi No Numa gameplay guide for Call of Duty and patch notes from the Sledgehammer blog. For now, dive into everything Season 4 has to offer. And yesterday in our video, we covered everything in the blog post, so make sure to check that out, linked below. Now, before we look at the Wonder Weapon schematic, we can actually get some additional information by looking at the pictures they provided. The first one here gets us a way better look at the pack-a-punch camo. We don't know if this is tier 1, 2, or 3, but either way, this is the first illuminated pack-a-punch camo in Vanguard. It's going to look so good on this dark map. I think this is probably tier 1. Usually in Vanguard, the other tiers of pack-a-punch changes the color, so maybe we'll get like a red tier or a green tier for the other tiers. But I'm excited. We might do a dedicated video reviewing the Pack-a-Punch. I love Pack-a-Punch camos. The next image gets us even more information. This is going to be the new part of Shi No Numa. They're not just remastering Shi No Numa. They're adding some additional areas onto it. This is definitely one of the more new areas. We don't know exactly how we're going to get here, but if you look right up here, you might see a very familiar machine. Yes, this right here is the Pack-a-Punch machine. Like I said, we're not sure how to get here, but this is where the Pack-a-Punch machine is going to be located. Then we got a crafting table right over here to the right. And then there's some really weird random object in the middle. They usually don't just slap random objects in the middle of walking areas. So this probably has something to do with some sort of Easter egg step, maybe some side quest, maybe deals with turning on the Pack-a-Punch machine. But I definitely just kind of stood out to me, this really random podium in the middle. Besides that, I've kind of scoured around this image. The only three things that I noticed was the Pack-a-Punch machine, the crafting table, and this really random pillar. The top image up here, one thing people are noticing is there's not just one Zabella here, there's actually two. So it looks like, unlike the normal maps during objectives, instead of one Zabella spawning in, you can get multiples at a time, which is fantastic news. Absolutely love this operator. And now last but certainly not least, we've got the Wonder Weapon schematic for the WunderWaffe DG2, and some of the information on this is actually really exciting if it works the way it says in game. Some of this is kind of hard to read, so bear with me because it's kind of scribbled out and you can't see all the letters. Pre-electric weapon barrel focus, directed energy output, calibrate capacity to optimize chaining effect. Note, barrel is radio sensitive, especially when detached. So it sounds like you're actually going to be able to take off the barrel from the WunderWaffe and have some extra radio sensitive thing, maybe some alternate firing effect if you remove the barrel. This might just be, you know, additional information that means nothing. You might not actually be able to do this in game, but I think that would be fantastic. Bring back an old fan favorite wonder weapon, but add a new ability to it. Allow you to take off the barrel and maybe have a wider spread or some other sort of firing mode to it, making it a little bit more unique, giving it its own kind of feel, making it stand alone in Vanguard. That this is, you know, the WunderWaffe that you know and love, but it's also got that Vanguard feel, and it's got kind of a new personality given into it, maybe a little bit different than what they did for Tagter and Toten. Output 200,000 apertures, chain lightning effect, extends lethal discharge to nearby targets, ammunition supply stored in vacuum tube power cells. Power cells are rechargeable, do not discard. They probably should have told the original 4 crew that, because every time I've seen someone reload this bad boy, they hit the weapon and all the tubes fall on the ground. They're definitely discarding these. There's no way they're reusing these in the original games. Only use DG comparable vacuum tubes. Power cells may be hot, handle with care when reloading, so be careful. Tubes coming off a little bit hot. Caution, fire range training recommended due to considerable recoil. Hitting a target that's too close creates a risk of severe blowback. Do not stand downrange of DG2 when in use. Wondering if you're actually going to be able to damage yourself with this. Obviously in the original games it would take away your Juggernaut if you used it. Be warned, make sure you construct the prototype exactly as specified. My design is based upon work of my father, or my further assistant, Dr. Strauss, whose calculations left a little margin for error. Best of luck on your important work. So overall, pretty excited about this. I really do hope the WunderWaffe has an additional feature. I hope it's not just the original OG WunderWaffe. Make it function like the original one, but add its own little spice to it to make it feel unique. I think that's the best plan of action. But with that, guys, let me know out of everything in this video what you're most excited about, whether it be the WunderWaffe, whether it be Zabella coming back to the round base map, the fact that you can buy Pack-a-Punch weapons off the wall, the new areas of Shi No Numa, or maybe even the new bundle that launched for Cold War today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more rapid style news where we cover everything coming out for COD Zombies, make sure to follow this channel. We'll keep you fully up to date on all of that news. If you'd love to like or comment, I appreciate you so much, as it really does help my channel grow. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.